beloved lecturer, Miss Hidayati Armida, and my fellow friends. So, today we will presenting about the chapter 9, Business Environmental Responsibilities. Before that, I will introduce myself. My name is Nurin Afika binti Muhammad Nazri with metric number I19103577. I'm semester 5 in Bachelor Business Administration. So, this is our subtopic. So, we will present one by one. So, let's go one by one. Okay, the first is environmental. Environmental. Do you know about the environmental? What that are concerned? Environmental concerns are relevant to a business because of human beings, both presently living humans and future generations of humans depends on the natural environment to survive. Such as humans need clean water to drink, and then we also need a healthy air to breathe. So, it is an example of that. Wait guys, besides that, we also need a fertile soil and all things to produce a food. So, it is very important for everyone to take care of the environmental. Beside drink, beside water, beside the healthy air, beside the fertile soil and all things, we also need to maintain a biosphere that dedicate a balance of climate in which human life can exist. But do you know about the biosphere? So I will explain to you all about what is the biosphere actually. So what is biosphere? Biosphere is a factor of a global ecosystem that composed of the living organism and the non-living factor that drive energy, a nutrient. So it is a biosphere. Guys, as you know, the past activity or the past human activities have often run up against the limit of the local environment ability to sustain the human life. So, what is the problem from the cases? So, I will explain about that. So, guys, in contrast, some contemporary environmental issues have the potential to adversely affect the entire globe and change the human life forever, such as global climate change, desertification, soil erosion, species extinction. Because of who that this happen? Because of the human activities that not to take a good care of the environmental and make this all happen to our environment.
I am Nur Saidatul Aisha binti Muhammad Sanusi, metric number I18102649 in semester 7. Okay, next is corporate social responsibility and the environment. Corporate social responsibility towards the environment is a concept of conducting business activities according to which the companies, in strict compliance with law and while still making profits, voluntarily take into consideration the impacts of their operations on the environment in their business, which is the company should always be aware and attentive with all compliance given and ensure the materials they make are safe and non-hazardous as well as in accordance with proper procedures. Okay, next, this is one of brands doing corporate social responsibility successfully, which is Tom's. Tom's mission is to donate a pair of shoes for every pair they sell and has resulted in the donation of over 60 million pairs of shoes to children in need. Profits are used to assist the visually impaired by providing prescription, glasses, and medical treatments, providential drinking water, and business in developing countries to create jobs. They are also strong anti-bullying advocates and work with several non-governmental organizations and non-profits to set examples of ethical behavior. Okay, besides Tom's, there are many companies that doing CSR, like Zulian Sendian Berhad, Telekom Malaysia, Tenaga Berhad, Petronas Gas, okay, and others. Most companies do CSR like looking after the welfare of orphans as well as developing buildings and many others. So they are doing this to avoid from being taxed, and they can give a job vacancy to other people. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Nur Sharafina binti Cik Muda, matrix number I18103013. I will explain about business responsibility and environment. First, business organization should consider these environmental points. Business organization should store waste safely and securely, make sure it is treated appropriately, and also be ensured that it is collected by authorized body such as your local authority or licensed waste contractor. You can also manage waste for recycling by separating paper, plastic, metals, and glass. And for those organizations that are in the food business, they need to separate food waste for recycling. An organization should be sure that the business activity do not cause a statutory nuisance like producing smoke, noises, gases, odor, fumes, accumulated rubbish, or light pollution which could affect someone's health. For example, motoring factory. They may be use metals that are in certain parts discarded everywhere. Motoring factory cannot do like that because it will pollute the environment. The motoring factory should throw in the right place, such as iron dam. Second point, take care of hazardous substances before throw out. Need to think about the risk posed by chemical or hazardous substances to the environment. Hazardous include oil, chemical, pesticides, ozone depleting substances, radioactive material, electrical or electronic equipment solvent, and biocides. Must to ensure that the organization is aware about the environmental risk for every hazardous substance which you store, use, produce, or dispose at work. Hazardous are waste or products that have the potential to harm humans or environment either now or in the future. There are many options to help the organization dispose of hazardous waste safely, protect the environment, and keep safe. As we know, recycling programs are available for some hazardous waste. To handle hazardous waste, the organization cannot mix chemical when decanting a substance into a storage container. Keep all ignition sources, such as matches, well away from the storage area. For example, oil factory cannot dump the oil into the river because this will be destructive to the environment. The third point is conservation and biodiversity to be protected by the business organization. Biodiversity refers to all species of animals and plants. The increasing human activities cause the loss of biodiversity in the world. All types business organization operating near these types of the area should be aware and take responsibilities for conservation and protecting biodiversity. For example, if the manufacturing sector is growing, places to animals will be affected. That is, forests are monopolized to be turned into factories. That's why they say when humans' activities increase, it will lead to the loss of biodiversity species, no matter in terms of animals or plants. What organization need to do? If organizations that undertake companies close to biodiversity place, they need to be aware and responsible to how they need to protect this biodiversity. This is not only applies to land-based industries such as farming and forestry, but also to all factories, industries, office, and other business activities based on or near biodiversity area. The benefits of conserving biodiversity is a competitive advantage, means that business can demonstrate that they are committed to environmental protection, will attract and retain customers, suppliers, and employees who share those values. That's all from me. I will pass to the next presenter.
Hi, my name is Nur Syafiqah binti Rosli. My metric number is I18203081. Before I start my presentation, let's talk about the business case for a sustainable economy. One regulator and compliance model tends to interpret environmental responsibility as constraint upon business. The sustainable model is more forward-looking and business may present business with greater opportunities than burden. What does the word sustainable means? It means something able to be maintained at a certain rate or level, but no one cares about corporate sustainability in that sense, with the possible exception of certain narrow-minded shareholders. Sustainable refers to environmental sustainability, a commitment to using natural resources at a rate that doesn't deplete them. When we do business, an example of why we need to take care of our environmental, so that will not be affected. So it's important for us to know about our environmental, again, if we use natural resources in business. Now, we have switched to a sustainable organization. What does it take to sustain an organization? Okay, let's go to the first point. Sustainability is a prudent long-term strategy. Business will need to adopt sustainable practices to ensure long-term survival. Firms that fail to adapt to the converging line of decreasing availability of resources and increasing demand risk of their own survival. For example, we have an organization that sells fish, but they don't take care of the sustainability. Maybe it got contaminated. Then the organization has a problem in terms of fish resources and does not have sufficient resources because they don't sustain the thing that they should. That is their product, which is fish. Second, the huge unmet market potential among the world developing economies can only be met in sustainable ways. Enormous business opportunity exists in serving the billions of people who need and are demanding economic goods and services. The base of economic pyramid represents the largest and the fastest growing economic market in human history. For example, if China were to consume oil at the same rate as United States, it alone will consume more than the entire world daily production and will more than triple the emission of atmospheric carbon dioxide. It is obvious that new sustainable technology and product will be required to meet the Chinese demand. Third, significant cost saving can be achieved through sustainable practices. Business tend to save significant costs. In move toward eco-efficiency, saving on energy use and material will reduce not only environmental waste, but spending waste as well. Minimizing waste makes sense on financial ground as well as environmental ground. If we use sustainable practice, they are more sustainable for us to maintain. We will be able to save costs. If we can save in terms of material, energy, can not only reduce environmental waste, but also in terms of spending waste will be saved. It is also very important what an organization needs. We can use that method more economically. For example, if the organization use sustainable technology, then it can reduce employees and don't need to pay their high salary, because when we use energy in terms of technologies, from there we can produce more production. Fourth, competitive advantage exists for sustainable businesses. Firms that are ahead of sustainability curve will both have an advantage, serving environmentally conscious consumer and enjoy a competitive advantage, attracting workers who will take pride and satisfaction in working for progressive firm. When we use sustainable waste, there will be competitive advantage to consumer and to worker. Also, mungkin dari segi facility use, and from there will be employee satisfaction. Sustainability is a good risk management strategy. Refusing to move forward sustainability offers many downsides that innovative firms will avoid. Avoiding future government regulation is one obvious benefit. We have 5 characteristics. That is, sustainability is a prudent long-term strategy. Second, the huge unmet market potential among the world developing economies can only be met in sustainable ways. Third, significant cost saving can be achieved through sustainable practice. Fourth, competitive advantage exists for sustainability businesses. Lastly, sustainability is a good risk management strategy. Firms that take the initiative in moving towards sustainability will also likely to be the firm that set the best standard of best practices in field.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurhafiza binti Mahmud, and my matrix number I192040, and I'm from semester 3. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, today I would like to present about responsibility in the age of sustainable development. Okay, what is sustainable development? Okay, sustainable development is development that meets the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generation to meet their own needs. Okay, next we go to the next picture. Okay, as we can see in this picture is the circular of flow model. Okay, we can see from business to consumer goods and service, from business to wage, salaries, rents, interest and profit, and next to household. And from household we go to resources, labor, land, capital, entrepreneur, skill and payments. Alright, the circular flow model explains the nature of economic transaction in terms of a flow of resources from business to household and back again. Okay, business produce goods and service in response to the market demands of households, then ships the goods and service to household in exchange for payment back to business. These payments are in turn sent back to household in the form of wage, salaries, rents, profits, and interest. Household receive the payments in exchange from the labor, land, capital, and entrepreneurs, skill business used to produce goods and service. Alright, that's all from me, and I will pass this to the next person. Thank you.
Assalamualaikum and very good evening. My name is Nur Khairiah Khairunisa binti Roisa. My matric ID I19103631. So today I will present my topic is principle of sustainable business. My first point is eco-efficiency. What is eco-efficiency? Eco-efficiency is management strategy of doing more with less. It is based on the concept of creating more goods and services while using fewer resources and creating less waste and pollution. So, eco-efficiency generate more value through technology and process change while reducing resource use and environmental impact throughout the product or service life. Eco-efficiency applies to all business aspects from purchasing and production to marketing and distribution. So, example for eco-efficiency is building conversion, which is solid waste properties and office interest groups Canada converted an old brewery into office, a showroom and manufacturing facility. Eco-efficiency measures used during the conversion include the installation of energy efficiency like recycling of paper and wood product, and mental purchase of energy efficient office equipment, reuse of existing material and consideration of features used for the building. Next point is biomimicry. Biomimicry is eliminate the waste altogether than reducing it. If it truly mimic biological process, the end result of one process, which is live and oxygen product by photosynthesis, is ultimately reused as the productive resource, soil and water of another process, plant growth, with only solar energy aid. Biomimicry is transforming the way we design product, transport, and distribute goods and service. And more companies are approaching Mother Nature for innovative ideas to help solve complex human problems. For example, the first flying machine heavier than the A from the Wright brothers in 1903 was inspired by flying pigeon. Third slide is cradle to grave responsibility. Okay, sustainable business strategy that mimic the regenerative cycle of nature in which waste is reused. In nature, when a tree or animal die or create waste, the waste break down and become nutrient for another process. This is the goal of the cradle-to-cradle approach, which is creating a cyclical process instead of a linear one like the cradle-to-grave approach. The main objective of the cradle-to-grave approach is to decrease waste. The cradle-to-cradle approach goes a step further and attempt to eliminate waste altogether. Okay, cradle-to-cradle is about seeing the garbage as an eternal resource and doing the right thing from the beginning. It is about making community and product develop function in the same way as a healthy ecological system where all resources are used effectively and in a cyclical way. The current linear system that can be better described to a cradle-to-grave. Last point, which is service-based economy. What is service-based economy? Service-based economy is interprets consumer demand as a demand for service such as clothes cleaning, floor covering, illumination, entertainment, cool air, transportation, and work processing. In simple term, a service company is an economy in which the main economy activity is the provision of service rather than the production of goods. For example, now we no need to wash clothes by hand if the washing machine is broke, because now we have a laundry service for the resident. So that's all from me. Thank you.
So, for the conclusion, it is very important to concern about the role, about the strategy on how we want to sustain when we're doing a development and generate the considerable impacts of economy, of social, and also for the environment. So here are the all references that we use for this presentation. That's all from our group. Thank you for lending your ears. Bye bye and Assalamualaikum.